out. They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets. We seeking peace in the streets of Babylon. Brandishing Glock 40s, tucking heat like a carry-on. Sinning against the fathers, got me sleeping, not napping on. Christ the King revealed, that's aerial phenomenon. Kicking against the bricks, lose your soul when that fire come. We purify better than gold, got my Bible on. And that's all that I know, when Babylon gon' fall, watch it blow, ayy. Switching it up, the nation's gon' drink it, I'm talking the cup. Don't care what you thinking, believe in the gospel. God is thinking, the fires of heaven gon' gather for dinner. The ear of the flesh, the wicked, the sinner. Your mama, your sister, your daddy, your cousin can get their issue. If they mind, they don't repent.
Question. How you doing now? All praise. Let me show you something, sis. Huh? Sister Pamela, how you doing? According to the Bible, give me Numbers 1 and 18.
Bring it out.
Numbers 1 and 18. Because we are God's chosen people. We are the most important people on the face of this earth, Sister Pamela. You understand that? But we ain't been told that all our life. What they been calling us, Sister Pamela? You cold, sister? I was about to say, can you get out for a hot second? Oh, I get it. I understand. Just listen up. Read.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
You hear that? A pedigree is a lineage, where you come from, right? So according to the Bible, you got your God-given tribe or nationality on this side. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim on down, right? On this side, this is what the so-called white man called it. African American, Haitian. You know what I'm saying? All these, according to the Bible, what would be where your father would be from? Because the lineage come by your father, not the mother. The seed come from the father, right? So was he be a so-called African American? He'll be an African American? I'll pray. So you will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
That'll be where you from. You ain't an African American. You know, that's a byword according to the Bible. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Give me Hebrews 7:14. Show you who else come from there. I gotta build you up real quick. Because a lot of people wonder, a lot of people don't know where we come from. And if you don't have no foundation, the house gonna fall every time. You gotta know who you are to give you a sense of purpose. The reason why these other nations so organized and got everything going for themselves, they know who they is. They know what their purpose is on earth. Right. The so-called black man don't know what his purpose is. That's why we sit up there, we don't marry like we should. We kill each other for stepping on $100 shoes. I gotta get killed for $100 shoes because I made a mistake?
Right.
Because I got mad to you and said something that was out of the way, I gotta die for it? We don't have no love. The other nations, they'll have a Fortune 500 company, hate each other guts, and run the company. We can't do that. You get what I'm saying? That's because we hate each other, and we don't have no foundation. We don't know who we are. You understand that? Give me that.
Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
You see that? Our Lord Jesus Christ sprang out the tribe of Judah, the same tribe we come from. You understand that? So sis, with that being said, if we God's chosen people, the most important people on the face of this earth, how do we get in the situation that we're in right now? Have you traveled to a couple other states in the country? In every state in this country, I'm a traveling man. In every state in this country, black people, so-called black men, live like this. You get what I'm saying? You know where you at in the so-called black neighborhood because it's like this. It's ran by other nations. When you go to the other communities, they communities ain't ran by other nations. They communities ain't ran down, trodden down. They don't get the leftovers. They get their city, they get their town built up.
Right.
In Houston, Texas, when you go on Beltway 8, they building up communities for their nation. Brand new community, brand new housing and everything. But when you want a house, you got to go get their leftovers. You get what I'm saying? That's because we refuse to come together. We live by that, live by myself, die by myself mentality. We don't supposed to be like that. God says to come together. Give me that. Zephaniah 2:1. Zephaniah 2:1. I just want to show you something, sis. Because this is the reason why our communities are so plagued with violence. You know what I'm saying? Because we won't come together. Read.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Who get gunned down? Who get gunned down the most? Every time you look on the television, who getting shot? Either by the other nation or by each other. Who that happened to? That happened to us. Why? Because we won't keep God's law. We refuse to keep God's law. Give me Hosea 4:1. Hosea 4:1. And then we're going to come back, and I just want to show you how we got in this situation and how we can get out of this situation. You understand that, Sister Pamela? Because this is the issue that we got going on right now. See, we drink ourselves in a stupor, and we get high because we don't want to deal with the facts. We don't want to deal with the fact that we at war and we losing. Right. You get what I'm saying? We losing right now. We don't want to deal with that, so we drink ourselves to death, and we over-sexualize ourselves. Anything to do to cover the pain, to cover the oppression. Right? Read.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Who? You children of Israel. You heard that, right? All through the Bible. Let me tell you something. The Bible is only for the Israelites. That's it. It ain't for nobody else. You understand that? I made a blanket statement and I got to prove that. Psalms 147, verse 19. I got to prove that now. Because I just made a statement, I'm going to prove it with the Bible. The difference that the Christian church don't do. They sit up there and make blanket statements and can't back it up with the Bible. Read.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. He shows his word unto Jacob.
Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgment. One of his judgments was this. One of his judgments was this. Come on. So he said read that again.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation.
You see that? He haven't dealt so with nobody else. Why you think nobody else get afflicted like we do? Why you think when the other nations do things that the Bible say they don't supposed to do, nothing happens? They get stores, they get businesses, they grow as a nation. But us, when we do something, we get judged for it. One of the biggest judgments that happen to us that impact us to this day, what this is, sis? That's slavery. That impact us till this day. Slavery is the reason why we kill each other at a alarming rate. You get what I'm saying? Because the so-called white man never told us to love each other. You know what I'm saying? He never told us to marry, and when we did marry, he just told us to do that to procreate for him. You get what I'm saying? He never told us that we had to keep God's law. Right. This is the result of the curses. Read that one more time.
He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation.
He haven't dealt so with nobody else. Go back to Hosea 4:1. So now you see that. Now you see that the judgments, which is the curses, only come on us. Because we are the ones that are responsible for keeping God's law. And no other nation responsible for keeping God's law. Read that.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
You see that, sis? So what we doing? What state name is this? Crystal. Okay, Crystal, we going over who we are. We going over nationality. We teaching who we are according to the Bible, how we get in this situation, and how can we get out this situation, sis? You understand that? Because for years and years upon years, we've been living at a lower standard of living.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We've been sitting up there, we put ourselves, we get on stamps, we get anything to try to survive. When God said that, hey, you're supposed to be on top of everybody. You understand that, sis? But I'm going to tell you, read that again.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
See though? You an Israelite, sis. Your father's a so-called black man? So you will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. We come from the same tribe. I'm from the tribe of Judah. He from the tribe of Judah. My brother right there from the tribe of Gad. You understand that? My sister Pamela right there, she from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You understand that? The same tribe that the black Messiah, Jesus Christ, came from. You understand that? Did you know that Jesus Christ was not a white man, right?
I know that.
Okay, all praise. So, hey, if all our people knew that, guess what? That right there will stop black on black crime right there, single-handedly. You understand that? Because our people will look at each other at a higher standard. We'll look at each other with more morality. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But because everybody worship this, because this is in all the black churches, and nobody never says nothing different, if I look at you, I'm not going to look at you as a God. You know what I'm saying? I look at my brother as a God.
Right.
I'm going to want to kill him because the standard of living is this. That's what they say, right? You understand that? Read that again.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
You children of Israel, right? Read.
For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
You see that? God has a controversy with us. He got a problem with us. You understand that? We finna see why. We about to see why he has a problem with us, Sister Pamela. What's your name again?
Crystal.
Crystal, Sister Crystal, read.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge.
God said there ain't no truth in the so-called black man, Hispanic man, or Native American man. It ain't no truth in them. We don't keep God's law. Read.
Nor mercy.
Nor mercy. Do we show each other mercy? Do we show each other mercy, sis? I done seen sisters get to fighting and damn near tear each other head off. Over nothing.
Right.
Over something they easily could have talked about. It's people dead in the grave right now that all they had to do was have a simple conversation.
Right.
A simple conversation. And he would have been dead. He could have said that sister could have went home to her kids. The father could have went home to her kids, to his kids. They could have had somebody to aspire to, right? But because we hate each other, because we have no mercy towards one another, guess what? We kill each other at an alarming rate.
Right.
I bet $5 if you looked on the news this morning, somebody got killed that looked like us this morning in Meridian. Am I right? Am I wrong? I ain't even got to look at it, and I know, because I know my people. You understand that? Read. So God said he has a controversy with us because we have no truth. Read.
Nor mercy.
No mercy. Read.
Nor knowledge of God.
No knowledge of God. Why? Because in every Christian church, they got this crap right here hanging up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's the knowledge of God. We don't even know how he look. And it's said in the Bible. You understand that? Hold it real quick. I got to exalt the black Messiah real quick. Give me Revelation 1:14.
Bring it out.
Read.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14.
Uh-huh.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So God said it is hair and start up. Go up one verse. Read.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, sis. Do you see in the candlesticks on this side, or do you see it on that side? On that one. So it said in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, right? Read.
One like unto the Son of Man.
This guy right here look just like the Son of Man. Look just like the black Messiah, right? Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Same kind of garment we got on. This is called a garment right here. This is not a dress. This is a garment, right? Christ had on one of these. Read.
Girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Uh-huh.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the first thing that John said, I seen the Son of Man, right? Had the 7 candlesticks behind him. His head and his hairs were white like wool. Who has woolly hair? This man right here ain't got woolly hair.
Right.
This fur, stringy hair. You get what I'm saying? Read. So that's strike 1. This man, Judge said that this man got hair, his hair on his head and his beard was white like wool. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. So this man had white woolly hair. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were like a flame of fire. He wasn't shooting beams out his eyes, y'all. That's Christianity talk. You got that? Genesis. Read.
Genesis chapter 49 verse 12.
Genesis 49 verse 12. Read.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
His eyes shall be red with wine. He drink wine in moderation. When we drink wine, what happens? What happens, sis? When you drink a little bit of wine? The white in your eyes turn a little red, huh? Read. That's what they told him. That's what John seen, right? Go back.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
So his eyes was red as wine, right? Red with wine, because he drunk wine in moderation, right? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Hold on now. So John said, I seen his feet. His feet was like fine brass, right? He go even a step further, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
They said this man's feet was so black, it looked like it burned in a furnace. It's like, hey, where they get this from, man? Where did they get that from?
Their own creation.
Huh? It's their own creation. But I'm going to tell you something what it do though. This right here, it kills the black community.
Right.
You understand that? It kills them. We don't have nobody to inspire to. This man that lied and said the most greatest man on the face of this earth look like him. You understand that? What that do to a people that's already downtrodden? It make them worse.
Right.
It make them worse. You understand that? So what color is Christ? What color was Christ? He say it again. He was black. You said black, huh? All praise. What color was Christ? He was a so-called black man. He looked like us. If the so-called black, if the black Messiah was riding around in a Camaro right now, he'll be getting harassed by the police.
Right.
You understand that? They'll be asking him where his license and insurance at. Get out the car, and you going to jail or getting shot. He'll be getting the same treatment we get.
Right.
You understand that? Now go back to Hosea 4:1. You got that?
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel.
You children of Israel, y'all are the children of Israel. We established that, right? Since you understand that, right? That we are God's chosen people, right? Read.
For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing,
By swearing,
and lying,
by lying, read.
and killing.
And killing. Didn't we just say in Meridian, Mississippi, there's a bunch of killing going on? God said he got a controversy with us, a problem, because this is the things that go on in our community. We kill each other. Read.
And stealing.
And stealing, carjacking, a home invasion. Why come to my house and I'm just as poor as you is?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I can't replace this stuff. Why come to my house and break in my house and steal my stuff? Read.
And committing adultery.
And committing adultery.
They break out, and blood touches blood.
Read.
Therefore shall the land mourn.
Therefore shall the land mourn. The people shall mourn now, because we do these. We deny the Most High God. We don't keep His laws. Okay, now your land gonna mourn. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get put into slavery. Your heritage is gonna get taken from you. You ain't gonna be keeping the Feast of Dedication no more. Guess what you're gonna be keeping? Christmas. Do we supposed to be keeping Christmas? Huh? Did you keep Christmas December 25th? See that? We don't supposed to be doing that.
Used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.